Hey everyone, how you doing? This week we wanted to test our hypothesis to see if people would rather sort of pay for a premium service in terms of listening to music, or would they rather be willing to listen to an ad in order to get music instead. So we devised a new experiment to test out our hypothesis. And so the new experiment was is that we gave people the options of either A, listening to a 30-second ad and getting a free song, or B, paying a little bit less than they would normally pay for a song and getting the song that way without having to listen to the ad. Um, Overwhelmingly, people were totally willing to listen to a 30-second ad to get a free song as opposed to paying for it, even if it was at a reduced price. So that let us know that there are people who seriously just do not want to have to pay for this if they don't have to, and that the 30-second ad time for them is not the biggest deal in the world, which is great for us because that tells us that at least from the amount of people that we tried, we got an 80% approval rate.
83%.
83% approval rate, which is great for us. So we're going to try to devise some new experiments, and then Juliet's going to talk about the interviews.
Yeah, so now that we've proved this hypothesis, I decided that we should probably be interviewing people more based on what we need to learn for the MVP. So one of the most important interviews we probably did this week was with a woman named Lisa McNulty. She's a junior at the Peabody Conservatory in Maryland, and she essentially studies music. And just recently, she released a new song on Spotify. And so I asked her about that whole process and what she had to go through to get her song up there. And essentially, what I learned is that um, when artists want to download their content onto a music app, say such as ours, they have to go to a music distributor that talks to us, and then we have to get that song approved and up onto our site. And so we realize now that we no longer have to make the app just for our users, but also for the music labels and advertisers and artists as well. So that's something to look into as we create our MVP. Also, um, talking to her, uh, getting the perspective of an artist and what they look for in how they in an application that presents their music. She really said something that will intrigue more music labels and more independent artists are definitely artist page and artist based playlists. So that's something to look into as we move forward with the MVP. We also did another two interviews, one with Michelle McKeekin and one with Tatiana McKeekin. Michelle is an advertising intern at Social Endeavor, and she gave us some pretty intense insight on how we need to address getting advertisers and how we need to make our MVP look to intrigue advertisers. So we will definitely be putting all that feedback into our MVP as we move forward.
Yeah, and our next hypothesis coming up is going to involve asking questions for advertisers to see which way they would like to go and in what direction in terms of videos, text blocks, and so on. So that's all for next time.